adopted by United Nations Security Council, Resolution number 1612 in July 2005. The compliance regime formally establishes a comprehensive international monitoring and reporting system to document grave violations against children, seeks to identify and publicly list offending parties, holding them accountable and seeking to ensure compliance on the ground. With international legal standards in the cause of his advocacy, Mr. Otuno undertook field trips to several countries still in the grip of the conflict or in the process of recovery. Since his selection in the year 2006 by a worldwide network of millions of children, he has served as the first world's children ombudsman. Mr. Otuno served as the president of the International Peace Academy, now what is referred to as International Peace Institute, from the year 1990 to 1998. IPI is an international institution dedicated to promoting the prevention and settlement of armed conflict between and within states. Under Mr. Otuno's leadership, IPI acquired a new role and visibility. It developed an extensive portfolio of new programs, making IPI an important forum for ideas and debate among policymakers and opinion makers. Its program initiative included the development of policy research program to monitor and assess the effectiveness of multilateral peace operations, a regional program for Africa designed to help the Organization of African Unity, now referred to as African Union, and Africa civil society build indigenous capacities for responding more effectively to the dramatic situations of conflict in Africa, and a major expansion of the Institute's training programmed on peacemaking and peacekeeping. Mr. Otuno served as the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Uganda from 1985 to 1986, during which time he played a prominent role in Uganda peace talk, culminating it in the Nairobi Agreement of 1985. Subsequently, he returned to academia. From the year 1987 to 1989, he was visiting professor at the American University in Paris. In the same period, he was visiting fellow at the Institut Français des Relations Internationales. You should first take some water, because this is an international figure. Take some water and hear more. From 1980 to 1985, Mr. Otuno served as Uganda's permanent representative to the United Nations. During his tenure of the United Nations, he provided leadership in key roles, including President of the Security Council in 1981, where he broke the deadlock over the elections of the Secretary General, Chairman of the Commission of Human Rights 1983 to 84, Vice President of the General Assembly 1982 to 83, Chairman of the General Assembly Credentials Committee of the Ministerial Meeting of Non-Allied Countries in 1983, Chairman of African Group in 1981, and Facilitator of the Global Negotiations 1982 to 83. Mr. Otuno has served as a member of several eminent commissions, including the Carnegie Commission on Preventing Deadly Conflict in 1994 to 97, the Commission on Global Governance 1992 to 95, the International Panel on Management and Decision Making in the United Nations 1986 to 87, the Group on Rethinking International Governance in 1986 to 1990, the United Nations Group of Experts on New Concepts of International Security 1984 to 85, the Commonwealth Group of Experts Study Group on the Security of Small States 1984 to 85, the International Task Force on Security Council Peace Enforcement and Regional Security Steering Committee of International Institute of Strategic Studies in London. Mr. Otuno has been very active in many civic organizations. He has served on the boards of several prominent organizations, including Aspen Institute, Courage Endowment for the International Peace, the International Selection Commission of the Philadelphia Liberty Medal, Aspen France, the International Peace Institute, the jury for the Conrad Hilton Humanitarian Prize, the jury for the John P. McNulty Prize. He has served on the boards of Carnegie Corporation of New York, Hampshire College, the International Crisis Group, the Council of African Advisor of World Bank, the International Patrons of the Refugee Studies Program or at Oxford University, Aspen, Italia, the Advisory Board of the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, member of the Club of Rome, patron for the World Children's Prize. In the 1970, a president of Makerere Students Guild, the guild president of All Saints University, I salute you, you have a president in the house. In 1970, as the president of Makerere Students Guild and later a Secretary General of Uganda's Federation Union, Mr. Tuno played a leading role in the resistance against the regime of Idi Amin. At the Mosi Unity Conference on the Future of Uganda 1979, Mr. Tuno was elected to serve as a member of the Uganda National Consultative Council, the interim parliament in the post-Amin period 1979 to 80, and by 2010 to 2017, Mr. Tuno served as president of Uganda People's Congress, that one, a historical social democratic party in Uganda. Born in Muchwini, Chua, Mr. Tuno was raised in Peche, in Gulu. He received his early education at Mvara in Arua, Muchwini, and Anaka primary schools. He received his junior secondary education at Gulu High Secondary School and secondary education at King's College, Budu. He attended Makerere University in Kampala, where he was president of the Students' Deal, as mentioned, at Oxford University, where he was overseas scholar, and Harvard Law School, where he was Fulbright scholar. A lawyer by training, he was an associate with law firm of Chadbourne and Peck in New York City, prior to becoming assistant professor of law at Alban Law School. Take some water. Take some water. Mr. Otuno is greatly solicited international as a public speaker. No wonder he is a presenter in this forum today. Lecturer and commentator. He has published in various periodicals, magazines, and newspapers. He is the co-editor with the Professor Michael Doyle of the book Peacemaking and Peacekeeping for the New Chancellery, 1998. He is a frequent commentator and interviewee on various flagship programs on key radio and television networks, including on BBC World Service Radio, BBC World Television, CNN, PBS, NPR, Radio France Internationale, Voice of America, NHK, Sky News, South Africa Broadcasting Corporation, Radio Deutsche Welle, and Radio Netherlands. You can also add Unity FM where possible. Or QFM. Mr. Tuno has received several major international awards in recognition of his extensive and diverse contribution, including the German Africa Prize year 2002, the Sydney Peace Prize of 2005, the Global Award of Outstanding Contribution to Human Rights in India year 2006, the Harvard Law School Association Award 2007, and the Distinguished Service Award awarded by the United Nations Association of United States of America 2001. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States has recognized Mr. Tuno as a person of extraordinary ability and talent, for which he has been granted the Special 01 immigrant status, which is reserved for few individuals who have risen to the very top of their field of endeavor in the arts, science, education, business, or athletics. For that reason, therefore, ladies and gentlemen, the standing ovation is possible. Stand up on your feet. Receive none other than Ambassador Dr. John Olara Otuno to take on the podium. You are welcome, sir. Yes.
We remember you. Well, it's a wonderful thing that my mother isn't here today, because she wouldn't have believed a word of anything you said. But thank you for that. Ladit Laduong Bishop Alfred, Laduong Bishop Ashley, Lapuon Madit Mamega Mwalimu Canon Justice James Ogola, Aduong Wonyaji, Aduong Provincial Secretary, Luneno Mukani Duchu, all the bishops, Kia Bem Bem Weng Magupongkan, Amoro Wu, Apoy Wu Pibiro Kan, Apoy Wu Mate. I am very blessed. I'm very blessed. You know, Boro Boro is a magical name because most of the iconic teachers that contributed incredibly to the development of Uganda were trained here in Boro Boro. Most of us in those days, the primary schools we went to, the junior secondary schools we went to, the Boro Boro people were the ones who shaped us. And that's why it's no great surprise that the Archbishop himself, who started as Lapuon, because in those days, the cream of the class, the brightest, all went to be teachers. That's why most of our geniuses is Lapuon so and so, Lapuon so and so, Lapuon so and so. So Archbishop Janane Leum was no exception. He trained here as a teacher, and indeed he accepted Christ when he was a teacher at Opete, head teacher at Opete, when he climbed the tree and began preaching. So Boro Boro is a magical name to which we owe so much gratitude. And I'm very grateful to be here as well. I'm very blessed because this man, Canon Justice James Ogola, was my teacher. My first day in Senior 1 at King's College, Budo, trembling, all trepidation, and a very charismatic figure walks in, silently takes the chalk, writes on the board, Australopithecus. He writes a second word, Ginjanthropus. Now my Malakwang tongue said Ginjanthropus. This was Mwalimu James Ogola. That was my introduction to Senior 1 at King's College, Buddha. To this word, say Ginger Chochapata. But he's still coaching me to get it right. You know, I was also very blessed. I'm very blessed because I work with two exceptional provincial secretaries of the province of the Church of Uganda in connection with developing an appropriate memorial for Archbishop Janani Luo. The first is the current Bishop of Northwest Ankole, Bishop Amos Magezi. He was the first provincial secretary with whom I work. God bless him. He's a man of God, so committed to the project of developing an appropriate memorial for Archbishop Janani Luo. And the second provincial secretary that I've been very blessed to work with on the same project is sitting right a few inches from me here. Canon Captain William Ongeng. Incredible. His commitment, his passion to this project, Aboralam. Thank you so very, very much. But my blessing continues because I grew up at the feet of Jan Anelom. He would go to Basel, Geneva. To UK at Radio Hall or in London would call me, I'd come meet with him, give advice, inquire how I was doing and so on, was then Bishop Jan Anelom and later Archbishop Jan Anelom. There are many things I remember about him very vividly, like it was just this morning. And when I remember and think about all those things, I have goosebumps. So when I speak about him, it is with some feeling and emotion that I do so. I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed. I will not respond to what the keynote speaker and mass before us, what they presented to us, or what the Bishop Alfred presented to us, or the Manimu. I will only compliment in aspects what they presented. I agree with everything they presented. I endorse everything. I'll only compliment. I will not be responding. Now, it was said that Archbishop Jan Anelom was a seed of the revival, a seed of the East Africa revival. More accurately, a seed of the northern stream of the East Africa revival. Southern stream